Back yet with another YouTube video. It's the Wiz Trader, and I'm gonna be giving you a quick insight on what trades I actually took last week and what exactly I'm expecting this week. So currently you can simply see that the DXY is heading to the upside, and it heading to the upside, it first gave us what we call an inverse head and shoulder around these zones, then followed by a bullish flag around here, and then giving us a final candle confirmation that the market is indeed heading to the upside. So what interpretation does come for us as traders? You simply go to dollar crosses. So currently you can simply see that I'm on the US dollar Swiss franc, it being directly correlated with the DXY. You can simply see that they have the same behavior. It also created what we call an inverse head and shoulder around these zones, confirming a possible push to the upside. So upon pushing to the upside, then you can simply see that the market played around these zones, as you can simply see. And then it was within these zones that I was waiting for a confirmation candle. And what I did, I just had to scale down to the 1 hour time frame, and then you can simply see that. Let me first use this tool around here. So basically this is where the market was. So it came, then it finally gave me this huge candle. Then this is where I just had to put my stop loss below the range, and then anticipate that the market could possibly have likely pushed to the upside. And then you can simply see that market is pushing to the upside, it's pushing to the upside, it's pushing to the upside, guys. So once it broke this neckline, so I was expecting the market to again give me another confirmation candle. Maybe I could keep on adding in positions within this market. And let's see, you can simply see it gave me an inside candle around here. Then that's when I also had to add in another position around here, and then anticipate that the market could give me a likely push to the upside. So let me just play out and see how the market played out. Okay, so you can simply see the market is playing out still. Okay, it again revisits this zone. Then this is where exactly I brought again another position around that zone, around this zone, and then anticipating that the market could aim to this high. So let's again play out and see. So the market pushed and then smashed our take profit. So basically, guys, that's how I actually profited from this market. So that's how I actually profited off this market. And then moving on to these markets, then I also had a trade on AUD US dollar as well. So remember, like, AUD US dollar has an inverse correlation with the DXY, meaning once the dollar is pushing to the upside, then that means the Aussie dollar has likely pushed to the downside. So once I confirmed a trend change, so you can simply see that the market was in an upward trend, and then once it was in an upward trend, you can simply see that the market gave us what we call two lower highs. So once it gave us two lower highs, you can simply see that the market had this level. You can simply see this level which was being drawn around here. It was very, very strong, and then it pushed to the downside, as you can see. Let me first get this. You can simply see that the market started out from this side, then it created what we call a bearish flag around these zones, because we played around within something, it pushed to the downside. Upon pushing to the downside, you can simply see that again came back to revisit this very support level, and then creating what we call multiple rejections around these zones. You can simply see these zones were all rejected. So once it rejected, then it finally again came and revisited this market, and then that's when it pushed. So we hooked onto this trade around on the very trend line here. Let me first highlight this. So this is where we hooked on the trade, and then we added in positions around here. was the 15 time frame. Then that's where exactly we added in positions here. Then hold this trade around here. I actually started with a small lot size. You can simply start with a small lot size, and then once it proves you right, that is when you increase your stakes. So remember, like it was a Friday, that's why I had to risk less. Simply because it was a Friday, and then I had to add in more extra positions, and then that's how I also profited off this trade. So basically, guys, what does it mean for us as traders? Once you get a trade which is actually winning, then you just have to increase your bets in that you can simply profit from it. And then what we're expecting of these markets, per se the US dollar, Swiss franc, in the incoming week, we can simply see that the market has already given us a clear directional movement. And then that means for the market that structure has been formed, and we are heading to the upside. So currently you can simply see that this market again, pushed up, then it finally came. So guys, this is just a retracement. But this market is very, very bullish. So what should we expect as traders? We just need to wait patiently on our Monday, and then we see kind of reactions within these zones. So it's just a matter of monitoring these zones on a Monday, and then taking some entry positions around these zones. So that could be a clear good trade. Why? Because most of the momentum is now pushing to the upside. So you can simply use it to your own advantage of making money. And then as well, you can simply come to the Euro US dollar. You can simply see that it has also confirmed a trend change, guys. Yeah, from an upward trend to a downtrend. Then you can simply see it's pushing to the upside now. Okay, then what we have to do, let me first plot around these zones. In fact, let me first plot around here. Possibly if the market comes and plays around these zones, or maybe if at all it pushes again to the upside, and then it gives me a structure around these zones, maybe I could possibly short it then to the downside. But I'm now waiting patiently to see what exactly the market is going to be doing next week, and that is probably a Monday. So guys, just keep on watching on the US dollar as well, and also the GBP US dollar, guys. I think it's the same thing that you should actually use, guys. So you can simply see that it also had confirmed that downtrend. There is a likely push or visit these zones, play around these zones, and maybe short it. Or once we fail, then we can simply wait for it to push, then come and retest, and then you can hook on it, and possibly maybe it could come and revisit these zones, then push to the downside. Who knows? So we're just waiting patiently next week to see whether we can as well get onto these trades as well. So coming to the GBP as well, you can simply say this market is also very, very bullish. Yeah, it's very, very bullish. Currently it's giving us a retracement around these zones. Either come here or to this very support level, or to this support level, one of the two. So I'm also waiting patiently, or maybe we can as well use our fib extension. Yeah, it's safe to use it around here. Yeah, once we use our fib extension, possibly currently it's at the midpoint, and then the 61. So I'm safe to say that I like using the 78, but since the market is in an upward trend, maybe it could maybe come at the 60 or 78, whatever the case might be. Then I could possibly just come and hook it up within these zones, and then anticipate that the market could be heading to the upside, and then hook onto it until these zones around here, that is the 20208. So basically that's what I got for you guys. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. You can simply use this analysis to get entries on those pairs that I've actually analyzed. So thanks for watching my video. Thanks for subscribing. Just give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this small family into a big one. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. See you guys.